Good morning, everyone, and welcome. We're so pleased to have you here and joining us for our Heard Museum annual membership meeting. My name is Dan Haggerty. I'm the Director of Strategic Development and Programming, and I'm happy to play a little bit of host this afternoon. I'm going to remove my spotlight so you can see all of our panelists. The annual meeting today is an opportunity that we look forward to every year. We're getting ready to launch a hugely ambitious and exciting new season of original exhibitions, public programs, and educational initiatives. This is going to be my 6th season at the Heard Museum, and I can tell you that I've enjoyed my journey so much here, and I feel even more excited about what's to come. And so we're really excited to have an opportunity today to share our plans with you for the season ahead. So the upcoming efforts that my colleagues on the call today are going to be sharing with you and talking about are truly everything we're sharing today is thanks to your support as a member. We couldn't do what we do on a daily basis without our membership team and program and supporters behind us. So you and your support motivates us, it sustains us, and it inspires us every single day to come and continue to try to do our work and have the impact that we hope to have across the community. We've got so much to talk about today, so let's just dive in. The first thing I wanted to share is just a quick housekeeping note. Today's program is a webinar. And for those of you that are that visit our virtual artist talks from time to time, you'll know that what that means is you're only going to see the faces of our presenters. But we do encourage you to use the chat function or the Q&A function. If you have comments or if you want to throw out any questions, we'll do our best to respond to them today. And let's kind of get started. I have the great pleasure of introducing our speakers this morning. Today, we're joined by Dickey Family Director and CEO, David Roche, Chief Curator, Diana Pardue, Director of Learning and Public Engagement, Jeff Goodman. And I'm also very pleased on this meeting and this call today to introduce you to 2 colleagues who you may not have had an opportunity to meet yet, or maybe you have, but either way, I'm pleased to introduce them. Kim Alexis Adversario has been with the Heard Museum for just about a year. She's been doing excellent work with our development team, helping to coordinate all kinds of projects from Moondance, our gala, to our ongoing donor and member events, to grant management, and much, much more. When we had an unanticipated opening for our membership and circles manager, there was really just no question in our mind that Kim had been doing such fantastic work for us that it was a great opportunity to leverage her terrific talent and her hard work. She's jumped right into the new role. We're so excited to work with her, and I know that you're really going to enjoy getting to meet her and know her in the coming months. Today, we're also joined by another favorite of our team, Amanda Hyatt, who is our membership coordinator. Amanda joined the team here at the Heard in March. She started with our stellar museum services department, and we were really lucky to bring her to the membership group last June. So we've had a lot happening over the summer. Amanda has been working really hard. She's brought an excellent background with museum experience, and she and Kim, Alexis, and myself are really looking forward to working with all of our members and getting to have some fun times and do great work together in the year ahead. So with that, it is my pleasure. And Kim, if you don't mind picking up on David's slide, I'm going to give the floor to David Roche, our Dickey Family Director and CEO. David? Oh, David, you need to unmute.
Good morning. You think I'd be used to this after 2.5 years of Zooming. Anyhow, good morning to our members. I want to echo Dan's sentiments. We just thank you so much for your support. We couldn't serve our community as meaningfully as we do without your support. The fall is always a moment of transition for the museums. We finish one fiscal year and begin a new one on October 1st. Briefly, the past fiscal year was one of significant rebound after the challenges of COVID. We produced several excellent exhibitions, including Remembering the Future, Southwest Silver, and Between the Lines. We produced one new publication for the exhibition, Towards the Morning Sun, and dozens of live and virtual programs and events. We also added significantly to our permanent collection with, among other works of art, the spectacular and singular collection of Chuck and Val Diker, which is currently on view in the exhibition Grand Procession in the Sandra Day O'Connor Gallery. Indian Fair and Market made a triumphant return with numbers we haven't seen in years and under perfectly blue skies. Overall museum attendance increased 50% year over year, and we anticipate ending the year with an operating surplus. We have meaningfully served our community and fulfilled our mission, and because of all of this hard work, we were voted the best museum in Phoenix by the readers of Phoenix magazine. And again, all of this is possible because of the support of our members. So I thank you very much for that. As Dan mentioned, we have a great lineup of speakers for you this morning, and we're going to be sharing a lot of information with you about the upcoming fiscal year. I'd like to mention just a few things that we have in store for our members. To kick things off, we will be hosting the Remembering the Future Symposium on October 7th and 8th, which coincides with Indigenous Peoples Day. The symposium will bring together leading Indigenous artists, including Tony Abeda, Bob Jesus, and Nora Naranjo Morse, among others, along with museum directors, curators, scholars, and tribal knowledge keepers to discuss artistic practices, as well as important movements, innovations, and new directions in Indigenous art. It has been more than 30 years since we have organized a conference of this magnitude, the last being Shared Visions in 1990. And I promise that you do not want to miss this symposium. The conference is free, but we ask that you register in advance. Information can be found on the museum's website, herd.org. Our strategic plan calls for exhibitions to be the engine that drives all the activities of the museum. And we have several exhibitions planned this year that Diana will be sharing with you in a moment. I wanted to mention one in particular. Some of you may have noticed as you enter the museum from the Monte Vista parking lot that we've been under construction since last March. We have been reimagining the Jacobson and Jack Parker Steel galleries for our long-term exhibition, Substance of Stars, a project that has been more than 3 years in the making. The exhibition shares public elements of creation stories that form the foundational knowledge systems that inspire artistic production within 4 tribes, the Seneca, Yupik, Diné, and Acamel Odom. The title of the exhibition is meant to encourage viewers to think of stars as more than just twinkling lights in the sky. For the purpose of this exhibition and publication, their substance lies in the inspiration they have provided to cultures across time and space. And because stars shine down justly on all of us, the cosmos creates a common ground for us to explore these ideas. For this reason, an important feature of the exhibition is the Sky Dome, which will give members an immersive 360-degree experience in a room showing projections on all of its 20-foot high walls. The name Sky Dome is derived from the Seneca creation story, which starts in the world above the dome of the sky. Incorporating edge-blended technology, the wall imagery in the Sky Dome will feature the work of 4 Indigenous videographers and will show dynamically changing landscapes, shifting from day to night and between seasons. Simultaneously, the ceiling will be a fiber optic map of the cosmos centered on the North Star and will rotate 4 times to represent the change of seasons as seen from Arizona. Beyond the Sky Dome, visitors to Substance of Stars will encounter works of Indigenous manufacture by artists both known and unknown to us, and that spans centuries. This includes paintings, baskets, textiles, masks, rattles, jewelry, mixed media, and more. We very much look forward to sharing these stories, works of art, and more with you. I want you to mark your calendars because the exclusive members opening is November 6th. So that's it for me. Thank you again so much for your support. I look forward to seeing you at the Herd Museum soon.
With that, thank you, David. We'd like to welcome Diana Pardue, our Chief Curator. Diana?
Thank you, Dan. It's a pleasure to be here and to look at the exhibits that we have planned for the upcoming year and to think of the importance our members have played in shaping those exhibits through their participation in coming to the openings, through some of the generous donations that many of them have made. And as you can see now on your screen, there's a little hint of Substance of Stars with that wonderful photo. But I'd like to tell you about the sequence of other exhibits that we have planned for the upcoming year, beginning with Elegant Vessels, A Century of Southwest Silver Boxes. This exhibit opens on Friday, October 7th, and it opens at the same time of the symposium that David mentioned that will be over a 2-day period. The box that you're seeing here is has a wonderful carving by Likia Deus, sitting atop a silver box. We have selected more than 100 silver boxes in the exhibition. Many of them are collaborative works between artists like this one from Zuni Pueblo and Navajo silversmiths, a range of diverse boxes, some of them small, like little pill boxes, to large boxes that are very ornate and decorative. The box collection is from a private collection of John and Carol Crenna, and they are publishing a book in conjunction with the exhibition. The next exhibit that we have opens, if we could move to that image, opens in November, and this is one that's so important for the Herd. It is the 10-year anniversary at the Herd of the Veterans Memorial. And so our colleagues, Marcus Monacott, Velma Key Craig, Olivia Barney, and Roshai Montano have been working to pull together an exhibit to accompany the wonderful celebrations that are planned that you'll hear about a little later. The exhibit title is In the Service of American Indian Veterans and Tributes, and it pulls together a selection of artworks by artists who served in the military, such as this one by T.C. Cannon titled On Drinking Beer in Vietnam. This will go into the landing area where we currently have an exhibit, Herd History exhibit, and that opens on November 11th. The next exhibit that we have planned for you to open in January, on January 6th, is Hey Hey Nalu, The Art and Legacy of Hawaiian Surfing. This is an exhibit that focuses on surfing from the Hawaiian perspective. We're honored to have a guest curator, Carolyn Kualili, who's working with assistant curator Velma Key Craig on this exhibit. It will include wonderful works by contemporary artists that have been created just for the exhibit, and will tell this story of something that we all think of as being something that we all appreciate and enjoy, but we'll learn a lot more about the history of surfing, and we'll hear that from the Hawaiian perspective. And then our next exhibit in April, on April 7th, as part of the series of women artists, we have an exhibit of works by the artist Brenda Mallory called The North Star Changes. This is a contemporary exhibit. Brenda Mallory uses repurposed materials created in just fabulous and engaging ways. This will go into the Crossroads Gallery, as well as the Kitchell Gallery, and also into the alcove area. And we had an opportunity for Brenda to visit and look at the gallery spaces, where staff has just had a wonderful meeting with her, and we're very excited about the exhibit and about accompanying public programs that could could also be shared at the same time. And our final exhibit of the season that we have currently planned will open in the spring. We're looking at probably a May opening for this exhibit, Arriving Forever into the Present World. This draws from the permanent collection, and the pottery vessel that you see here is an unusual one by Margaret Tafoya. It's a gourd-shaped vessel. This exhibit is in the planning stage now. Velma Key Craig is working with Professor David Martinez from ASU, and they're going to explore issues of art as they look at the collection and feature baskets, pottery, and textiles. And that is our exhibition year. Again, we thank you so much for your participation and for everything that you do to make these programs really fun and engaging.
Please now welcome Jeff Goodman, our Director of Learning and Public Engagement.
Thank you, Dan, and thanks, Diana. As David was saying earlier, these exhibitions are what drive all of the work, including the programming work, and we're so excited to be able to help keep them alive outside of the galleries and everybody's visits. And it's truly an honor for me to be able to speak to this group of people who are as passionate about the Herd's work as we are. So thank you so much for everything you do and for being with us today. I joined the Herd back in March, and it feels, both like it just happened and that we've accomplished so much. I hope you've been able to come out and enjoy some of the programs we've done as we've kind of really refocused our efforts post-pandemic on, well, whatever we are in the pandemic now, on welcoming more people in different ways. The whole team couldn't be with us today, but I do want to acknowledge my colleagues who aren't on the call today, Abigail, Lucia Lee, Marcus, Alexis. If you've been out to any of our programs, you have seen them and the rest of us running around, working hard, making all of this great work happen. So in the next couple of slides, I just want to share with you that there is a lot coming up from a programming perspective in the next year. In the next few months in particular, you've heard about the Remembering the Future Symposium. There's going to be a wonderful First Friday that will be celebrating the Remembering the Future Symposium, along with the opening of the Silver Boxes exhibition. And that takes us right into Indigenous Peoples Day celebration the next day, which all will be happening at once. So, I just want to encourage you to plan to spend your entire Friday and Saturday with us that weekend in October. And you also heard about the 10th anniversary celebration of the National American Indian Memorial. We have a wonderful sunset tribute and program for the day lined up that you won't want to miss. And then just looking forward into the coming year, there is so much going on. We have some more on the next slide in January, February, and beyond. Please visit herd.org on a regular basis. Follow us on social media so you can know everything that's coming up. There are a few things that I do want to highlight for you in our plan coming up. So if you go to the next slide, Alexis, we are really focused, thanks to some generous and thoughtful support from some philanthropies, to refocus on making sure that this is the friendliest museum to our youth and family visitors as possible. So a number of changes are coming your way, but one or two that I want to call out, you may have visited our It's Your Turn family gallery in the past. To align with our new signature exhibition, Substance of Stars, we are going to completely reimagine what that space can be, and that will be coming out in the first quarter of next year. And to align with Substance of Stars, we will be encouraging our visitors of all ages to reach for the stars with a fully immersive, interactive youth and family gallery that will be so much fun. So we're very excited to share that with you next year. We are going to be going through the museum, every nook and cranny, and figuring out how can we make this experience better for our youngest visitors. So there will be enhancements to restrooms, to the galleries, to activity spaces, indoors, outdoors. We are going to be looking at everything we're doing and make this experience just the best it can be for our youngest visitors, who are going to be our members of the future. And we want to get them on board as early as possible. In the next slide, we have more youth and family fun planned all year long. I hope some of you were able to come out and visit some of our summer Saturdays this summer. They were just incredible, from Hopi Artu, who you see there on the slide. We had Finding Nemo, dubbed in Navajo, and then our incredibly popular visit from PBS Kids star Molly of Denali was just an absolutely amazing way to pass the summer months here at the Herd. We are also going to be continuing our Kids Day. Usually we call it Dia del Niño, but to align with the He'enalu surfing exhibition that you heard about from Diana, this year we'll be celebrating Kids Day as Lay Day, which is May 1st in Hawaii. We're going to celebrate it on April 30th, and we will have family-friendly performances, Hawaiian singers and dancers, book reading, signings, and artist demonstrations. It will be so much fun for the whole family, so make sure you mark that down on your calendar. And on the next slide, we're continuing improving our campus and our organization for young learners with a fully remodeled classroom and kids courtyard, which is on the other side of our campus in the Dorrance Education Center. We are going to have state-of-the-art technology and equipment to make sure that we are able to educate and welcome both virtually and in person students from across the state and even around the world. We are bringing school tours back. That was one of the things that went away during the pandemic. We're not just bringing them back as they were before. We're taking a fresh look at how the tours are structured, retraining the guides, and coming up with new activities that will really make it an exciting, fun, and educational experience, along with adding Substance of Stars to our lineup of school field trip opportunities. We'll be developing new curricula for educators with Substance of Stars, and Native veterans being 2 new curricula that will be developed, and then we'll be revisiting our home and away from home curricula, and also finding new ways to bring our exhibitions out of the museum and into classrooms and schools with a program we're calling Herd on the Go. And on the next slide, I don't want you to think that we're only thinking about students and young people. We are thinking of all of our programming for all of our audiences. With bigger and better First Fridays, we have lots of fun things planned. A partnership with the Phoenix Suns coming up in November, a fashion show, a comedy night, and some of you maybe came in August to hear Earth Surface People in our new concert series, Herd Unplugged. Herd Unplugged will be coming back in 2023 as well. One of the things we're also very excited about is we're going to be able to focus on some exhibition-specific programs. And this coming year, it will be focused on bringing the islands of Hawaii right here to the desert with concerts. There is, we haven't signed on the dotted line, so this may change, but I'm pretty sure that a multi-Grammy award-winning singer, Kalani Pea, will be here the week of the Super Bowl in February, so we can both have him available for a concert for local audiences, but welcome people from around the country and around the world who are visiting for Phoenix for the Super Bowl. And a lot more planned, an opening weekend that will be a Ho'olaualea celebration, Hawaiian celebration. and very excited to announce that we are going to start doing outdoor movie nights in January through April. We will have an outdoor movie screen and sound system, and we will be screening movies that are related to the mission of the Heard Museum right out there in the Hoop Arena. So that's going to be really fun. And I would just like to wrap up on the next slide. Obviously, we have, as you heard me furiously, let's see, I think we're back at what slide? Oh, maybe we missed a slide here, but that's all to say that we are driven by feedback. You will come and you will see QR codes for surveys when you come to programs. We encourage you to do those surveys. We encourage you to post and tag us in your experiences on social media. And my email address was to be on the next slide, but you can also find it on the Heard Museum's website. It's jgoodman@heard.org. And I welcome any ideas, suggestions, or feedback you have, so we can make sure that we're providing members the kind of experience that you want to have here at the Heard Museum. So with that, I thank you again for your time, and I look forward to seeing you here at the Heard.
And please welcome Kim Alexis Adversario.
Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here with all of you to bring in the new season. Thank you to Diana, Jeff, and all their teams for their dedication to creating new and innovative exhibitions and programs. And of course, as members, you have the opportunity to experience more of the Heard through exclusive exhibition openings and additional programming benefits. For our member openings this year, we do plan to have artist talks and curator remarks at every opening. Starting with our first opening this season will be on Friday, October 7th. As Diana mentioned, will be the opening of Elegant Vessels, A Century of Southwest Silver Boxes. Members will be able to hear from guest curator Bob Bover, and will have the opportunity to enjoy First Friday programming as well on campus. So please make sure to RSVP to our member email if you plan on attending. And then we also have our, of course, Substance of Stars opening on November 6th, Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. or sorry, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be having a breakfast that will also be having Sean Mooney, our guest curator, will give remarks during the day as well. And then on Thursday, January 5th, from 5 to 8 p.m., the opening for He'analu, the Art of Legacy of Hawaiian Surfing, will also have guest curator Carolyn Kuali'i and an artist from this Grand Gallery exhibit also speaking. So the dates for the spring exhibit, Arriving Forever into the Present World, as Diana mentioned, is still up in the air, but we plan to have a panel discussion with Dr. David Martinez, who Velma Key Craig is working with for the exhibition, to moderate a discussion amongst artists to have a broader and deeper connection to the exhibit itself. And then on Friday, April 7th, we'll have an exhibition opening lounge for Brenda Mallory, The North Star Changes. And of course, we will have all these member perks for all our programming events this coming year. So we will be having all these events included into our monthly newsletters as the time comes closer, with links to register and obviously learn more about the exhibit and program themselves. Our upcoming programs will have exclusive perks for members, such as early registration, additional discounts, member price tickets, and early bird access. Like everyone has mentioned before me, the Remembering the Future Symposium will be happening on October 7th and 8th. So if you haven't registered yet during our member early registration this weekend, you still have time to register for the upcoming symposium, and our link is on our website. Like past years, Ornament Marketplace and Holidays at the Heard will include additional discounts in the shop, but we will be also planning to have an artist talk for just our members, especially those who are featured in the shop during the time of Holidays at the Heard. Like last year and the years before then, World Championship Hoop Dance Competition and the Heard Museum Guild Indian Fair and Market will have member price tickets, and you will also be able to have the chance to get in early during those days on Saturday, March 4th, and then also we're going to start hopefully have early member access on Hoop on the Saturday of Hoop as well. This year, we will also have Member Appreciation Month on the month of April. This will include exclusive benefits as additional discounts in the shop, extra admission passes, and also we will be having a raffle. And on April 30th, along with Lay Day programming, we will have our member picnic to really just show our appreciation for everything our members have. Our dedicated members have had. And then on April 30th, the Lay Day programming will be also a chance for you to experience the campus as lively as it is, and have lunch will be also catered during that time. And then I can pass this on to Dan to talk more about the Museum Travel Alliance.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, we are very excited to announce that the Heard Museum has recently joined the Museum Travel Alliance. This is a special program. The Museum Travel Alliance is an organization that actually works with museums all across North America to coordinate special curated travel opportunities for museum members. What that will look like will take multiple shapes, and what we're planning to do is feature different trips that would be available to members in our monthly membership newsletters. The Museum Travel Alliance does provide several services for the Heard Museum, and I want to also affirm that this is something that is due to our membership in various museum associations. This is a service that the MTA provides to us at no cost. There will be future opportunities that we will explore with them for curating Heard specific exhibitions, Heard specific trips and travel opportunities. For now, as we're launching the program, what you'll find, and again in our upcoming monthly newsletter, we'll be happy to share with you links that you can click through to explore the entire catalog that the MTA offers of travel opportunities, some coordinated directly with and by the Museum Travel Alliance, and others would provide an opportunity to connect to another partner museum who's part of the Alliance, who might be offering some additional access to other museum supporters, such as our members, to join their trips as well. So it's a really robust catalog. They're really wonderful travel opportunities, very unique and also very keyed into the kind of things that many museum members really enjoy doing, whether that be private collections or special visits to museums and different destinations. It's a wonderful program, and we've enjoyed our getting to know that team in the last few months, and we'll be excited to roll it out to our members. So stay tuned. You're going to hear more about that in our upcoming member newsletter. And Kim, if you don't mind, I think I've got one more slide here. I'm really excited also to share a few updates about Moondance, our annual fundraising gala. This year, Moondance will celebrate the opening of Substance of Stars. So this is, of course, the exhibition that you heard about from David and Diana. We are just thrilled to be celebrating the opening on that evening. Saturday, November 5th is the date of the event. The event's going to be is chaired by Nadine Basha and Janice Lyon, our fabulous co-chairs. They have been really just doing an excellent job of not only fundraising, but helping organize what I think is going to be a really special and evening full of surprises. We also are anticipating another record-setting year. Janice and Nadine and our wider Moondance committee have just done an outstanding job of raising support for the Heard Museum, and also getting people as excited as we are about our honorees. At the gala, we're going to be honoring Dan Naminga, who of course is an artist known by many of you on today's call. Dan is Hopi Tewa, and he is one of the field's most accomplished and admired artists. Dan's going to be joined by his entire family at the event, including, of course, his wonderful spouse, Frances, and also his sons Arlo and Michael, and their partners as well. Michael and Arlo are both, of course, as you may know, accomplished artists in their own right, and all three of these family members are represented in the Heard Museum's permanent collection. So we couldn't be more excited and frankly grateful to have the opportunity to honor Dan, his family, and the work that he has done. And of course, we're also honoring two longtime Heard Museum leaders and supporters, Wick and Jill Pilcher. Wick recently concluded his service to the board, to the museum as board chairman. He did an amazing job. In particular, Wick was in the seat and at the helm when COVID began, and took us through sort of the height of what that all meant for the Heard Museum. And so we couldn't be more grateful to Wick. On top of his service and leadership, most recently, Wick has really been a part of the board and the Heard community for decades. And both he and Jill have been not only parts of this community, but longtime generous supporters of the museum. So we're very excited to honor them this year. As I said, it's going to be a fun night. We're going to have some special surprises. And of course, if you're interested in learning more, just visit the Heard's website at heard.org, or just give us a call. We're happy to share information about the event. And please, again, keep in mind that Saturday, November 5th is the date for Moondance, but Sunday, November 6th, we will also be having our member preview for the exhibition, as Kim mentioned, with a special breakfast setup and guests attending that program as well. So whether we see you at Moondance or whether we see you at the member preview or some other time, we are just looking forward to seeing you. And now I'm going to introduce, for a few other remarks, my colleague, Amanda Hyatt, our membership coordinator. Amanda?
Hi there. With all the wonderful exhibitions and exciting programs for the new season, we want to ensure that you as our members are staying connected. As the team has shared, the membership team sends out monthly newsletters with announcements for member previews and upcoming events, or RSVPs to all the wonderful member preview openings that we will be having. So make sure to keep an eye out on your email for these updates. And if you aren't receiving these newsletters, please contact us either through email, which is on here, members@heard.org, or you can call the membership line at 602-251-0261. Also, as Jeff was mentioning, our social media channels are a great way to see highlights from not only the museum's collections, but also we send out reminders through there as well about programmings like our fabulous First Fridays. And if you miss out on any event, especially virtual art talks or even this annual meeting, members meeting, we do recordings, and you can find those past recordings on the museum's YouTube channel. There's lots of previous content, last year's annual members meetings on there. The most recent virtual art talk that happened is already up on our YouTube channel. So you can access those recordings at any time and view at your pleasure. And as always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, or you want information about RSVPing for something in particular, please reach out to us. We're happy to help at any time.
Thank you, Amanda. With that is our member annual meeting. David had to slip out, but we are all here. I've been checking the chat, and we just got a question which Amanda answered so well, which is, yes, we are recording this session so that our members who weren't able to join us today can, of course, hear about all the good things that are coming up. But barring that, again, I'm scanning our chat one more time. I know we've thrown a lot of information out at everyone today. So, but don't worry, you're going to be hearing, you're going to be getting this information in more digestible formats through our member newsletter and other communications coming out in the months and weeks ahead. But we were really excited just to have the chance to share with you these highlights of the year ahead. To be honest, I can tell you from our planning conversations with everyone on this that you're looking at here and many other people, we're really just sharing what I would say is the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more coming down this season that you're going to be excited about. So, so stay tuned. There's a lot to come. I just saw one quick question about the MTA. So I wanted to answer. The question from Anne was, do you know if the MTA trips are small groups? And generally speaking, and everyone, yes, they tend to be small groups. Kim, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they are usually groups of about 25 or fewer, somewhere in that range. So they're not enormous tours, but every trip and every travel package will be a little bit different. So when you receive the link in our member email that's coming up, just click through, explore the trips that are offered. If you're interested and you have questions, they'll have people who can answer questions, and you can always reach out to myself or Kim or Amanda, and we're happy to respond to your inquiries at all times. So, well, with that, I think we just again want to tell you how appreciative we are for your support as members. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. So stay tuned, and thank you again for coming. We will see you here at the Heard Museum very, very soon.